Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestar Technologies. Today we are going to do something like this. So this is Erico Banks, and Erico Banks is asking, um, saying that I want to hack NASA using HTML. Once that is, and then there is another guy called bad code. Sorry, let me write them like that. Bad code, and bad code is saying that I want to learn data science, something like that. So this one can post like that. Then I can reply on the Banks and say this is how do we call this one? Error 404, something like that. And this guy is laughing because I sound crazy. Maybe something like that. Let me just say it like that. Then this one I can also reply something like, I can say, well, this is John Doe. You remember this guy? He's all over. So John Doe is saying that what have you done so far? Something like that. He's asking the guy to tell us what he has done so far. Then we can also reply and say that there is another guy called maybe Mary, something like that. Let's say Mary, and Mary is saying that Python is the best language for data science, but also you can do what? You can learn R programming language. So something like that. So this can reply, and as you can see, there are the post plus the comments, something like that. So in simple terms, this is a simple a forum system that enables us to have conversation, talk to each other, maybe share some kind of information and all those kind of stuff. So you can call it a forum system, you can call it a comment system, you can call it even a discussion portal, something like that. So this is what I'm going to show you today, how you can develop it. You can achieve that kind of a system. And if you want to relate it in a good way, just think of how we normally do either maybe Facebook post, where we can have we can post something and people can comment based on what they think about the post, something like that. So that's what we are going to do today, and I found it a nice thing because I once had challenges to do this kind of stuff sometimes back when I was learning this kind of stuff, and I thought it's going to help someone. I even once told you that in one of my videos that I'm going to show you how you can develop a simple comment management system. So this is now what we are going to cover today. But before we do that, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly do so. This is Codestar Technologies. It's one of the best tech YouTube channel here in Kenya that is helping a lot of Kenyan youths to improve their skills and all those kind of stuff. We normally share information. This kind of stuff, it's what we normally do on this channel. So kindly check a lot of stuff here. We have got M-Pesa integration, we have got USSD systems, we have got things like a lot of e-commerce stuff, and a lot of content which is going to help you in terms of machine learning, data science, and all those kind of stuff. We have got Python, we have got face recognition. There is amazing videos which you can just go through, and I know you're going to learn something new. And thank you guys for your support. As you can see, the number has gone up to 1500 subscribers, Thank you guys once again for your continuing support. It means a lot just to put content here, even if it's just 2 people who watch this content. I do appreciate, because I know it has impacted life out there. And so continue supporting by either sharing our content to as many people as you can. Again, make sure you give the videos a thumbs up, and again, make sure you subscribe if you've not subscribed. That's how you normally support this channel. For those guys who might need to learn some new stuff, we have got our online learning platform, which is one of the best online learning platform here in Kenya and Africa at large. We normally offer some courses to do with Python programming. We have got JavaScript, we have got PHP in terms of full stack web developer, maybe front end, back end, and all those kind of stuff. We also have data science and machine learning. So just feel free to click on the student portal and enroll for those kind of courses. You just make payment using Lipa na M-Pesa. We have got also something to do with in case maybe you might need to make money out of our platform. You can create a course. Once you create a course, you register as an instructor, and we are going to promote your courses, and once we sell, we get a commission and you get some amount to do that. We are coming up with a new shop where we'll be advertising other people's product and all those kind of stuff, because I know there are guys who out there needs to buy machines, needs to buy tech related stuff, and in that case, that is a shop that we are going to have. And also lastly, if you might need to advertise your products, we have got this part where you can just write your name of the business, M-Pesa, because you're going to make your payments via Lipa na M-Pesa. Then we have got the amount that you're going to pay, and you write your advert here, such that when we do a video like this one, we can be able to advertise your product. And the guys who normally watch, as you can see, the number is almost 15, that is, it's over 1500 subscribers. So 1500, I know there are young guys who needs a computer machine. They normally text me each and every time asking, where can I get a machine, where can I get a BCD, those kind of stuff. So in that case, for the guys who are selling this kind of stuff, just feel free to advertise using our platform. Now let's just waste a lot of time doing those kind of stuff, and let's jump into our today's session. Now the first thing that you need to, that I normally start with, it's designing the database. And as you can see here, I have got a forum database. I'm using XAMPP for those who don't know this kind of stuff, and the system is developed using PHP. And in that case, you will just go to the PHP my admin, something like that, then create a database. In this case, I've created a database called forum, and forum has got a table called discussion. And inside this table called discussion, this is the content that you can see we have inserted here. We have got ID, we have got parent, comment, we have got student or whoever, or user. Then there is the post that they have posted, and then the date, it's generated automatically. So in this case, when you post here using this part, it is termed as a parent post, and it's given an ID of something to do with it's given a automatic ID, something like that. Then once that one is done, then you'll have a sub comment. So if you comment to a sub comment, the comment's going to have different stuff. So in that case, now let's go right away. Like for example, you can see we have got how many comments. We have got 140, which is 37. This is a sub comment because it's sub commenting this one. So if it is a main comment, it doesn't have a parent comment. But if it's a sub comment, it references to the main comment. Like for example, this is 138, and it's a sub comment, or it is discussing the post for the first post. This is the main first post. So that is what we mean by that. Now let's get to the code, and we get to the XAMPP htdocs, and I have a folder called forum. And inside forum, I have got avatar is just an image, the image that you can see here. In this case, this image here, it's the one that we have referenced here in our code. Now let's not go to the code direct. First of all, I want to explain. So I've got how many? I've got the index page, which is the first page which is shown and which also displays the comment. Then that one is linked to a JS file, which is main.js. Then we have got the PHP which saves data to the database, which we have got the save.php. We have got another one which is used to retrieve data from the database, which is view.php. Then the database is forum. Then we have got the connection file, and we can open the code, then we go through. So index.php, we have, you can see the headings. Then we have got this is one for the reply. It's just a model that is shown when you reply. Like for example, if I click this one, this is what you can see. This code is for this one. Now then we have got the main container, which has got the heading community forum, and inside that one there is a form which posts data to the database. So it is act as the main comment. As you can see here, it's given an ID of 0. Then you just feed in the name and the message that you want to post, or the post that you want to post, or the question that you want to ask. Then below that we have got a comment area where the data is displayed, and in this case we have got this heading, and then we have got the most important part is the table. So inside this table is where we normally pass data. Now what happens when you write a post? That post, because when you click the btn save, we have got the main JS, which now gets the using Ajax, gets the content of the form, and that content of the form, it is passed to the database. So how does it work? Now this is how the data is posted to the database. As you can see, this is the process of posting. From here, this is the function that normally does that. This one, it will post the data to the database, and once it posts, after that it will call this function called load data. Load data is this function now which is now being used to retrieve data. It's a JS function which is as a combination of Ajax. So this one that fetches data. But before we go to the one that fetches data, you can see when you get the data through the Ajax, we have got the save.php, which now stores the data. This is the save.php, and now it is received the data from the Ajax, and then after that it will insert to the database, and once it inserts to the database, it just sends back a JSON array, which now once it is received here, it will load this function. Now this function called load data, it will call this page called view.php. Then the view.php, which is this one, this is the one that retrieves data from the database. So there is connection, there is select data from the database, and then once it selects, it creates an array, and that array is converted to JSON, and once it is converted to JSON, it is sent to main.js, and once main.js gets that information, now you can see this information is now through the looping. Looping is very, very important. Now that information, you can see if the comment is that is the current comment is equals to 0 or empty, something like that. What happens is that now you put the comment, and then you check whether there are sub comments. So you check where where the comment is the same as the comment ID, which is the main comment. Now, so this is where we now loop the sub comments, and once we loop the sub comment, now it's going to be stored. So where are they going to be appended? You can see hash record. Hash record is on the index, which is this one. So this ID, it's where now it creates a row where it displays all the data based on the comments, something like that, and the whole process keeps on continuing. The good thing about it is that when you post something, like for example, if I say we have got another guy called what? We have got another guy called loop, something like that, and loop has said that the for loop is a nice one to loop data from DB, something like that. Then this guy will post, and as you can see, the post has gone here. It's going to be the first post. Then if I write something else, it's going to reply, and the process keeps on continuing. Now in case I have got let's say something to do with local host, and then I write forum, I'll open the system, and here once you open, it loads data automatically. You can say this is Mark has said that um, I once developed a game using CSS, something like that. So Mark has posted something. So if you click this one, you can see the mark as displayed without refreshing the data. So that is the beauty of Ajax, or using Ajax. And in that case, I guess you have understood how these things work. We just have an index page. We have got a main.js, which has got several functions. The function to load data, which is from the JSON. The function to push data to the database, and the last function, which is this one. This one is the one that it's normally puts what we refer to the reply, something like that. When you reply, this is the one that responds to the reply. So those are the three functions that you need to understand on that, and you get to understand how it works. Connection, just roots, empty password, database forum, save. We have got a connection page, then insert the data to the database, and lastly we have got the view, which is now gets the data and converts it to array, then into JSON data, which this JSON is now sent to the main.js. And once it receives the JSON data, you can see this is where the data is received. And once it is received, now you put it in a table row. Then in a table row, it is going to be displayed, and once it is displayed, we will check here whether we have got now what we refer to as the sub comments, or the comments which are based on this, the main comment. Then once we do that, the data is going to be shown on the records, which is on this table. So it's going to create a looping of table rows, something like that. So I guess you have understood the whole process. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I zip the whole content and share with you on the comment section. You'll get a link which you can click and download and make use of this code or you can modify it in a better way. As I always keep on telling you, sometimes I normally post this content at least for you to learn, and you can download and make use of it in a different way, and even modify in terms of security and all that, because sometimes I might just be in a position just to show you how it works. So it's up to you to enhance security and all those kind of stuff to your system, because especially you know that this comment section is the one that is prone to what we refer to as how do we call it, there is how do we call it, something like for example, if I say let me say this Jamal, something like that, and Jamal writes something like script, what we normally call it XSS, something like that. Is it XSS? Yes, I think it's XSS. Yeah, I am hacking your system. So if you're not aware of how you can kind of hide this kind of stuff, it's very, very important you make sure your system is secure. And you can script like that. So we have got script, and close the script, something like that. Then I post. So you can see, instead of doing that, now it keeps on looping like that. So this is where now this kind of stuff gets in, and I'll do a video so that you can get to understand how you can because what is happening is that it's storing the same content on the database like this one. So anytime it's trying to get the data, you are supposed to sanitize your data. And I think my next video I'm going to show you how you can sanitize your data so that you can get to understand how it works. But for now, that's a topic for another day, so that you can get to understand how these things works. So it's good to leave you a challenge so that you can work on it and get to understand how it works and move forward. So thank you guys for your support. If you might need to learn a new course, just feel free to visit our portal. This is Codestar Technologies. Check some of the courses that we offer, enroll, and we are going to learn together. We are planning to introduce so many courses in terms of like the DICT. So if you don't afford cash to go to college where you're going to pay more, maybe like 15,000, you need money to for upkeep and all those kind of stuff when you are in school. I know most of you cannot afford those kind of stuff, and maybe also you are tied up with a job and all those kind of stuff. You can look for a nearest college near you, that which is a next center. Go there, register for exam. They will charge you something we call center fee, which is maybe like 2,000. So if it is the exam is 10,000, you're going to pay 12,000 of the center fee. Then Codestar Technologies is going to offer you what we refer to as the tuition, and the tuition can be very cheap. Like for example, I normally count it as a duration of 6 months. Within those 6 months, you can pay something like 10,000, and you are good in a good position to take you through the online lessons. Because what makes the schools to be very very expensive, because we need resources like something to do with power, classes, and all those kind of stuff. That's why you can see sometimes fees goes beyond 15,000 on the other side. So like the private ones are more expensive sometimes. When you get maybe to see it's more of 20,000, and this is because they have got the good resources in terms of the teachers. They have got good resources in terms of the computers. They have to rent some premises and all those kind of stuff. So that is it. So consider talking to us. Just talk to us and we'll be in a position at least to when you talk to us, we'll be in a position to communicate back, so that we can organize which is the best way forward to help you get a certificate or a diploma. Because at the end of the day, if you need to get employed, you need this kind of certificates. And as you know, Kenya still values certificate that much. But on top of that, that's why we normally have these short courses that we are offering here, which you can check how we offer them, and you are going to learn something new. But this one is kind of too old. We are going to come up with a new pricing, that is punctual and all that kind of stuff, because right now Codestar it's beyond 1 year old, something like that. So we have to review this kind of stuff. But still, this is the same prices that we are using up to now. So thank you guys, continue supporting this channel. Make sure you give our videos thumbs up, and we are going to meet on the next video. So thank you, and continue supporting us.